Many a times, people are looking that where their friends and colleagues have invested a money to save a tax, and just like them, they will also invest in the same way without thinking whether it is right for them or not. And this is not a right approach. After all, you are putting your hard-earned money, so you should know that all the option available to you, and then you should decide wisely that which option is better for you. So, friends, in this video, we will be talking about that. But before we begin, one reminder for you. If you want to watch more videos like this, then go and subscribe to our channel Srihari Tax Mentor and press bell icon to get regular update. So let's start it. Friends, I am Shiyajaydeep Patel and you are watching Srihari Tax Mentors. So let's start it. So friends, a big component of tax saving option available to every taxpayer in the income tax law is under the provision of Section 80C. So friends, let's look at what Section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961 is all about. According to tax law, you can claim a deduction up to Rs 1,50,000 under Section 80C. So basically, you can reduce your taxable income up to Rs 1,50,000 by saving or investing in the product which are listed in the Section 80C. And all these benefits are available to individual and HUF only. After understanding this so far, let's go into more deeper that how you can be benefited by Section 80C and utilize your Rs 1,50,000 effectively. So let's see each and every product in deeper. In that one, first one is there payment in the LIC for the life insurance premium. So friends, if you are paying annual premium for your life insurance for yourself or your wife or your children, then it is eligible for the deduction. And the deduction is eligible only for the premium which is less than the 10% of the sum assured. So friends, for example, if your sum assured is 10 lakhs and if you are paying premium up to Rs 1 lakh, then you will get deduction under Section 80C. But if you are paying premium amount more than 1 lakh, which is more than the 10% of your sum assured, then whatever the balance amount is there, for that you will not get deduction. And the next deduction is there for the repayment of home loan. So friends, if you have taken any home loan for the buying or construction of the residential property, and if you are repaying that principal, then whatever the principal you are paying, it is eligible for the deduction under Section 80C. And what you can get in the deduction? So if you are paying any stamp duty or registration fee or any transfer expense, then you will get the deduction under this section. The next one is deduction for the payment of children's tuition fees. But friends, to get this deduction, there are certain conditions. So in that one, first condition is there, the tuition fees should be paid for the education of only 2 children. So friends, if you are having children more than 2, then you can get benefit only for the fees of 2 children. The next condition is there that fees can be paid to any school, college, university or educational institute which are situated only in India. So friends, if you are paying fees for any institution which is situated outside India, then you will not be getting benefit under this section. And the next and the last is that fee must be for a full-time course. So friends, if you are taking any part-time course or any distance learning, then you will not be getting benefit under this section. The next one is the investment in tax saving FDs. So what is the tax saving FDs? So friends, they are like regular fixed deposits which you are keeping with your regular banks. The next question you will get that is who can open that? So it can be opened by every individual who is the Indian resident. The next one is what is the lock-in period? So it is for 5 years. So up to 5 years you can't withdraw the amount from these FDs. The next one is the rate of interest. So it will be ranging from 5.5% to 7.75% based on the situation of your economy. The next one is the investment limit. So you need to invest minimum Rs 1,000 to get deduction under this section. The next one will be the tax treatment of the interest. So friends, whatever the interest you will get in these FDs will be taxable for the income tax purpose, and it will be taxable under that income from other sources. The next one is the investment in the PPF, that is Public Provident Fund. So friends, PPF is basically a long-term investment plan which is backed by the government of India. This is actually a retirement plan. So who can open it? It can be opened by every individual who is the Indian resident. The next one is the lock-in period. So it is having lock-in period of 15 years, but it can be further extended by 5 years. But during this tenure, if you want to withdraw the amount, so you can withdraw partial amount after the end of 7 years. The next one is that rate of interest. So current rate of interest is 7.1% per annum. The next one is the investment limit. So minimum investment limit is rupees 500 and maximum is rupees 1.5 lakhs. The next one is the tax treatment of the interest. So friends, whatever the interest you are getting in the PPF, that is totally tax free. The next one is the investment in EPF, that is Employee Provident Fund. So friends, this is basically the retirement benefit scheme which is available to all the salaried employees. The next question will be, who can open this account? So it can be opened by every employee who is working with the employer covered by the PF Act. The next question you will get is how to withdraw the fund. So friends, PF balance can be withdrawn only after the 2 months of the leaving of the job. If you do not take up the employment within 2 months with an employee who is covered by the PF Act. That means if you are doing the job and if you are leaving that job and within the 2 months you are not getting employment anywhere, then you can withdraw the fund whichever is available in the PF account. The next one is the rate of interest. So current interest rate is 8.55%. The next one is what is the investment limit. So friends, both the employee and employer must contribute minimum of 12% of your basic salary and dearness allowance. So friends, you and your employer has to contribute minimum of 12% of your basic pay and the dearness allowance. The next one is what's the tax treatment. So friends, if you withdraw the amount after the continuous service of 5 years, then entire PF balance including interest will be the tax free. The next one is the investment in NPS, that is National Pension Scheme. So friends, basically this scheme has been introduced by Indian government to allow unorganized sector and working professional to have a pension after the retirement. So who can open it? So it can be opened by every Indian citizen having age between 18 to 60. Then what is the lock-in period? So it is the 15 years, but you can partially withdraw the amount from the 7th year. And if you want to withdraw prematurely, then it is allowed after the 4th year for the amount of 50% which is there in your account. The next one is the rate of interest. So the interest is ranging between 12% to 14%. Then what is the investment limit? So there is no maximum limit for investment in this fund. The next one is the tax treatment. So whatever the contribution is made by your employee and employer, it will be tax free. The next one is the investment in the ULIP, that is called Unit Linked Insurance Plan. So friends, basically this is the combination of your insurance as well as investment. So whatever the premium you will pay, out of that part will go for insurance and part will go for the investment. So that investment, whatever will be there, it will be invested in the stock market. So friends, what will be the eligibility? It is same like the insurance policy. So you can buy this ULIP for yourself or your spouse or your children. Then if you see the lock-in period, it is there 5 years. Then what is the rate of interest? So it will ranges between 9% to 14%. Then if you see the investment limit, there is no maximum limit to contribute anything. So what is the tax treatment? So whatever you will be investing, that you will get deduction and maturity amount. So whatever the maturity amount you will get at the end of the 5 year, that also is the tax free. The next one is the investment in Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. So friends, basically this scheme has been introduced by Government of India for the betterment of the girl child in our country. The next question will be, who can open it? So it can be opened by any parents or guardian who are having the girl child, and it can be opened before she attains the age of 10 years. Then if you see the lock-in period, so lock-in period have two conditions. Either she attains the age of 21 or she gets the married, whichever is earlier. So in this event, whichever event will be earlier, during that time you can withdraw the money. But if you want to prematurely withdraw the money, it can be withdrawn up to 50% when girl reaches the age of 18 years. The next is the rate of interest. So rate of interest is 8.5% per annum. Then what is the limit for investment? So maximum you can invest 1.5 lakh rupees in the financial year. And what will be the tax treatment? So if you see, it is fully tax free whenever you are investing, whenever you are withdrawing, or if it is getting mature, every event is tax free. So friends, thank you very much for being with us. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed it, then please press like button. And do share it with your friend and colleague also, so that they can also be benefited from it.